Hey everyone. It's not quite time yet. I just came on to get the camera set and get myself collected here. So I'll give it a few minutes for everyone to jump on. If you are watching, don't forget to leave me a comment and say hi so I know that you're here. And go ahead and share the video to your own pages by clicking the share button at the bottom. And I will actually do a draw for those of you that have shared at the end for a 1-month Paper Pumpkin subscription. How's everybody doing tonight? Did you have a good day? I apologize for getting on late. My youngest decided to not cooperate and throw a fit, and we've been fighting for the last hour to the point where I was in tears and she was in tears, so I just needed some time to collect myself. For those of you that are parents, I'm sure you feel my frustration when the kids just push and push and push and don't listen, and you reach a point where you just can't anymore. Can't what? I'm not sure. Can't function, can't argue, can't fight back. I needed a release, and so the tears came, and very hard to go live and do an unboxing when you're ugly crying. So here we are, now that you've had all that lovely drama announced for you. It was a beautiful day here in Hamilton, with the exception of a short storm that rolled through. Otherwise, it was the first sunny day we've had in what seems like weeks, and the temperatures were in the 20s, which was lovely. Give it a few more minutes because I said I would go live at 8, and it's 7:58 right now. So again, if you're watching, if you're joining me, please leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. Go ahead and share it to your page by clicking the share button. And for everyone that shares, I will enter you for a 1-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a good night. All right. So I think we're 1 minute before 8. I think I might get started. So for those of you that are here, hi. Hope you're having a good day. As I mentioned, if you leave me a comment, let me know you're here, and then share this live feed. Anybody who shares will be entered to win a 1-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. As you may know from following my Facebook posts, my blog, and my Instagram, the May Paper Pumpkin Kit, which we're going to unbox here tonight together, was a limited edition kit which was designed by Stampin' Up! Co-founder and board member Shelley Gardner. I want to say it was a couple years ago now. Sarah Douglas, who is our current CEO, had designed a Sarah kit, and so Shelley wanted to do the same, and this is that kit. So the box, as you can see, is not the traditional red Paper Pumpkin box. It is this beautiful floral box, which to me just conjures images of Shelley. She is everything. I don't even have words. And that's rare for me, but this definitely feels like Shelley to me, and I'm sure there are others that will agree. And if you've never had the pleasure of meeting Shelley Gardner, or if you don't know anything about her, I strongly recommend you check out her blog, So Shelley, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about, and you'll get a better understanding of why I think this box is so perfectly Shelley. So what I do know, and as you can see, it's not open here. I haven't popped the tape yet. What I do know about this kit is that it coordinates with our new Free as a Bird stamp set, which will be in the upcoming catalog. The catalog goes live on June the 4th, and I will be having my launch party that very same night. Actually, I stand corrected. I had to change my night because a kids activity has come up. So June the 7th, which is the Friday evening, is my launch party. I hope you can all attend. There's no cost to attend. You will receive a copy of the new annual catalog. There will also be a welcome gift from me. There will be a door prize drawing that night, and there will be opportunities to earn additional tickets to the drawing. I will also have a BOGO sale table with some of my retiring and used products, and you can shop from the table. And there will be a make and take, and there will be some games. It'll be a super fun night, so I hope you can make it. But Free as a Bird is one of the stamp sets that you can get from that new catalog. And if you follow my blog, you will have seen a project that I made recently for an international blog highlights hosted by, another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Kylie Bertucci. And you can go on and actually vote for my card if you think it is one of the nicer of the hop. And if I am selected, then I will participate in a global blog hop with other designers. So that is Free as a Bird. So let's go ahead and get this kit open because I'm super excited and I hope you are too. Don't forget, if you're watching, to leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. Go ahead and share this feed to your page. All right, are we ready? Drum roll, please. Yeah, I don't do that very well. All right. So first things first, the ink spot this month is an early espresso ink spot. If you are new to Stampin' Up! And aren't really familiar with our inks, our ink pads traditionally are much larger than this. This is a special 1x1 ink pad. You can see the ink pad in there, and it is specific to the Paper Pumpkin box. You can purchase blank or empty spots, so to speak, from the catalog, and then use re-inkers to ink them in the colors of your choice. This is a re-ink bottle, just for those of you that are new to Stampin'. And then you can have whatever color ink pads you want. The re-inkers are, I want to say, about $4, maybe a little bit less. So it's a really economical way to get some of the inks. If you are more hardcore into stamping, then you might want our full-size stamp pad. This is a classic Stampin' pad in one of the new ink colors. This is Purple Posy. And these just open like a compact, and there's your ink pad there. The larger surface makes it easier, obviously, to ink larger stamps than this little guy would. But like I said, these are a great starter, and there is an ink in every Paper Pumpkin kit that you receive. And the ink colors will vary month to month based on the project contained within. So that is the early espresso ink pad. And the stamps, and I'm not going to hold them, or maybe I will hold them up. So you can see that there's some bird images already that coordinate with the Free as a Bird, and we've got a lovely feather here. I'm not sure how well you can see them. All right. And then we have a for you and love, dear friend, grateful, hello, thank you, and hugs are the sentiments. And then there are some floral images. So we've got a big bunch of flowers here, and then we've got some lovely little splatters or maybe pebbles, dirt, specks here. I'm not quite sure what that one is. Oh, it's an and, sorry, it's an ampersand sign. And then of course the lovely birds, which are slightly different than those you would see in the Free as a Bird kit. So those are these stamps that come with the kit, and these are photopolymer stamps, so they are clear. They just peel off the backing here. Just pull one off as an example. So there's the stamp itself, and then you would use an acrylic block, and it just sticks to the block, and then you're ready to stamp. What's great about photopolymer, if you've never used it before, if you're used to traditional rubber stamps, is you can see where you're stamping when you place that image. So it's easier to line up your images on your projects if they do require certain placements. So for example, if I were stamping on this shape here and I wanted to stamp a sentiment and make sure it was perfectly centered, you're able to do that with a clear block as opposed to traditional rubber stamping on maybe a wood block. No idea if it's centered. You kind of have to hope and pray that you've got it in the right position. So if you've never used photopolymer, they are really great for that. I will say though that the images aren't necessarily as sharp and crisp as the traditional rubber stamp. And then when you're done with it, you can just stick it back onto your backing and it's good to go for the next time. So those are the stamps. So let's see the project. You should have all seen the sneak peek that I posted that we got at On Stage in Quebec City. And we did that as a make and take to get us excited for the kit and talk about it and get everybody ordering. So that I posted on my blog and on my Facebook page, and I believe even on my Insta recently to get you all to sign up, hopefully. All right. So at first glance, I can already tell I'm going to love this kit. So of course, this is that sneak peek that I was talking about. This is the card that we made at On Stage. And the ribbon here, it's more like a twine, but it's kind of spongy and springy. I don't know how to describe it. It's not baker's twine, and it's not quite yarn. It's somewhere in between. It's really awesome. And then we have that beautiful floral print again on this card base. We've got some here with this beautiful feather accents, which I can't wait to see what that looks like. And then some more over here. Absolutely beautiful. So the kit itself contains 12 note cards with envelopes. So I'm super excited to get these assembled, and actually maybe we'll do one together tonight. What do you think? So you can see here, you've got some ribbon, you've got some linen thread, there's that super fun springy stuff. I don't even know what it is. Hi to those of you that are just joining. We are unboxing the May Hugs from Shelly Paper Pumpkin Kit. I've just pulled out the project and I'm just about to open it up and we're going to do some stamping. So give me a second to get sorted here. And we'll get this going. So every kit that you get from Paper Pumpkin will contain everything you need to create the project as shown. That doesn't mean you have to create it as shown. You can go rogue and mix it up, make it your own, so to speak. It's the joy of paper crafting, is you are the artist and you can make the project any way you see fit. But it does literally come with everything. So as I've already shown you, it comes with ink. It comes with a stamp. The very first time you sign up for Paper Pumpkin, you do get a block. So it will be this size in terms of the base, but it's only about a 1/4 inch thick, so it's not quite as thick as my block here. But so the very first time you order, you'll get a block, so you'll have something to use with your stamps. It then comes with all of your embellishments. So as you can see here, I've got spools of twine and thread and some ribbon. I've got some awesome brass embellishments here. And these little dots, these are glue dots, which are used for your adhesive. So let's open these up so I can show you Hello to everybody just joining. If you're here, leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching. Also, don't forget to share the video. For those of you that share while I'm live, you will be entered to win a 1-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. So these are the glue dots. So they are double-sided. So you would just peel it off the back here and then stick that to your project, and then the top comes off to create a double-sided sticky. So I will show you how to use that when we get to it. This kit contains the envelopes as well as the projects, and there are designs to coordinate with each project. So we've got this one here in the balmy blue with the feather, and then we have another balmy blue with the floral image. We have this powder pink with the floral, and then the one with the little robin's eggs in there. You then get your card bases if the project happens to contain cards. And in this case, they are printed bases, so it mimics our designer series paper. So there are different designs of those for each project. Oops. Apparently there's more down here. There's the other ones. So this is the one we used it on stage like I mentioned. And there's some hidden gems in here. So these are some embellishments. So these are feathers that are printed on vellum, and then they'll just punch out for you to add to your project. And then these are also little die cuts that will just punch out for you to adhere. And then of course we have our hexagons for our sayings, and then there's some more there. And if you're looking at all this going, that's great, I'm glad it comes with everything, but I have no clue how I would assemble it, fear not, because they have thought of that as well. So the front of the kit, which shows you what the project is, opens up and has a step-by-step photo instruction guide on how to create the project within. It also has a ruler along the bottom so you can see your measurements. If it specifically says to cut 8 inches of twine to wrap around your card, you can measure that out and cut accordingly. And then it will show you a finished version of those projects. So like I said, you can finish them as is, or you can change it up and go rogue. The world is really your oyster with Paper Pumpkin. This is just a guideline, and for those of you that like to craft but don't like the stress that comes with trying to come up with ideas on your own, Paper Pumpkin takes all of that away and is a creative escape delivered right to your door. So let's go ahead and craft. I think I want to do this one here. So let's go ahead and get that one assembled. All right, so let's find the right base. It's going to be not that one. I think it's going to be this one. So we're going to use that base. Hello, if you're just joining, I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to share the feed and be entered to win a 1-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so we need the birds. So our blocks are double-sided. You can stick them on both sides. You could stick them on one side and stamp together, whatever you choose to do. I'm going to stamp them one at a time. I'm just going to get that one ready. All right, so let's get a base here. So it is a landscape orientation. Up. There we go. So here's our Stampin' spot, so you can see what I mean. Just that 1-inch ink pad. Now I find with the spots, you can ink this way by tapping it onto your ink pad. Actually, I covered pretty well. I find usually with the Stampin' Spot, so because it's so small, that it's easier to ink upside down and make sure that you have really good coverage. That's just me though. And again, there's no right or wrong. So for this guy, I'm going to put him right here. Now the trick to rubber stamping is to push down firmly, but don't rock your image back and forth. That's when you end up with those halos. So just push down firmly and then lift straight up, and then we have our bird. And then I'm going to peel him off of there. Now all our inks are water-based inks, which means you can use just a paper towel and some water to clean it off. We do also sell the Stampin' Up! Chamois, which is just a microfiber cloth essentially that you would wet. I store mine in a stamp case that you can purchase on its own. You can see it's all stained, but I can throw this in the washing machine, and even if it comes out stained, it's still good to go. So you just keep it wet and it will, it'll clean your stamp off. Make it ready to go for the next color if you were to want to stamp these birds in a different color. So now I'm going to ink up the other bird. So again, I like to flip my stamp over and ink up upside down. Make sure he's all covered. Hello, if you are just joining, I hope you're all having a great day. We are playing with the new May paper pumpkin. This is called Hugs from Shelly and was designed by co-founder and board member Shelly Gardner. And it coordinates with our Free as a Bird stamp set from the new annual catalog, which goes live on June the 4th. And I will be having my catalog launch party on June the 7th. I hope you can make it. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to stamp a third image. Now, one of the things about stamping is you can stamp off your page. Don't be afraid to do that. It's always good to have some sort of scrap paper underneath you so that when you're stamping off, obviously, it's not going to mark up your tables. All right, so there's our bird. It's done. Now, where did I put my stamps? There. I'm going to use the ribbon. So this, I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up, but this ribbon is, it's almost velvety. Well, it is velvet. It's velvet on one side, and then it's just like a silky ribbon on the back. So it is a fairly long piece of ribbon that you will need to cut. So as I mentioned, your paper pumpkin instructions come with that handy dandy ruler in there, and it will tell you how much you need. So adhered 5 inches right here, line 3, velvet ribbon to the card bases using the adhesive dots. So if I were to measure out 5 inches, we're right about there. Pick up my handy dandy scissors, give it a snip, and it also says, if you can see here on the instruction, that there's some linen thread. So let's see how much of that we need. So item 4, add twines to cards for the Hello Friend and Grateful for You wrap and tie bow, 18 inches. All right, so we want 18 inches, which is 2 lengths of the base here. All right, so let's stick our ribbon down first. And where did I put those blue dots? My desk is a wee bit messy if you haven't noticed. Still in the process of the basement reno, so I don't have a whole lot of space at the moment. So I'm just using it's a Stampin' Pierce tool. Now this is a non-Stampin' Up! One, but we do have a paper piercing tool that you can use. And I am using these glue dots that I mentioned are the double-sided adhesive dots. You probably don't need as many as I'm going to use just on this sample, so you probably only use 3 or 4 to go across. And the reason I'm using the pokey tool, as I like to call it, is it just makes it easier to get these glue dots off. So you can see that the backing peeled off that one, and it's already sticky. So there we go. All right, so now I can just peel the backs off those. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you liking the kit so far? Are you currently subscribed to Paper Pumpkin? Have you heard of Paper Pumpkin? Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right. So we're going to put this little piece of ribbon here. Try and get it as straight as possible. There we go. So obviously if you don't like it going end to end, you could shorten it a little bit, or you could cut it on an angle, which I think I might actually do here. All right, so I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut this one as well. So again, with Paper Pumpkin, it gives you the design guidelines, but the rest is up to you. So then we're going to wrap this around here twice. And fasten with a bow. If you're not great at bow tying, that's okay. You can cheat. So maybe that was a little short for what they called. So let's wrap around there once and tie it with a bow. And where do I put the bow? Yeah, let's put the bow over here. So with bows, and especially the linen thread, I find it easier if I tie a knot first to hold it in place, and then I can come in and do my bow. There we go. And then I always like to fiddle with it till I get it exactly how I want it. Hello to everybody who is just joining. There we go. All right, so there's our bow. There's our card base. Now that I'm done stamping on the base, I'm going to go ahead and fold it. It is scored to make an easy fold, but I am going to run it over with our bone folder. It's a piece of bone, and it just allows you to run it along the edge of your card to give you that nice crisp folded edge. So super cute already, and we haven't even added a sentiment to it. Okay, so on the design sample here, we are going to use the hexagon that looks like this. All right, so we're just going to punch it out, and we're going to use that to stamp, and the sentiment is grateful for you. So let's pull that out. So here is our grateful. That on there, and let's find for you. And I'm going to put my birds back on there while I have this apart. Bird number 1, bird number 2. All right, so again, I like to ink upside down to make sure everything is covered. Looks like I have some good coverage. And as I mentioned, one of the advantages to the photopolymer stamps is you can see where you are stamping. So I am going to put that right about there. I'm going to push down nice and hard, And then I'm going to lift up, and there we have our grateful. I'm going to give that a wipe on my Stampin' chamois. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the For You. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to line that up right about there. Sorry if my head's in the way. And there is our sentiment. All right. So now I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but there are these little foamy things called Stampin' Dimensionals. These are, well, here's a package that's open. So they are little pieces of foam that are pre-cut, and they're double-sided, so you can see it's sticking to my pokey tool here. And they just add dimension, hence the name. So it'll pop up this image so that it's not flat on the card base, which just gives it a little something extra. So they are included in your kit. I'm just going to use ones that I already have open. And again, it does have that double-sided backing, so once I've got them stuck where I want them, then you're just going to peel the backing off. I just cut my nails the other day, or I should say my thumbnail broke, so it's a little shorter than usual, and the paper's getting underneath it and pinching a little bit. So, all right, so there's the back off, and then you can place your sentiment wherever you feel you want it. So I'm going to put that, yeah, I think I like it there. So I'm just going to push down those dimensionals, so now they are stuck, and you can see it's given it some dimension off your card. And then the final touch is going to be that beautiful feather from Vellum. Let me pull those back out. They're right in front of my face. Sorry, I'm digging in the wrong spot. So this is the feather embellishment. So it just pops out here. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely gorgeous. So there is a little bit of a sheerness to vellum if you haven't worked with it before. So you want to be very strategic with where you place your glue. So let's go back to my glue dots. And I've lost them. Oh, there they are. All right, so I'm going to pull out my pokey tool again. I'm just going to slide those off. So I'm going to put them more on the darker color to try and hide them in there. And I want to see. So I'm not going to go too high up because part of it's going to be hanging off the shape here. So let's see. I might put one more on there, just over here. Okay, so let's peel those backs off. Hello again to everybody watching. Leave me a comment, let me know you're here. And if you share, you'll be entered to win a 1-month prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription tonight. All right. And then for our feather, I'm going to place that just so. And there you go. There is just one of the projects from this month's Paper Pumpkin kit. I don't know about you, but I really like it. And I'm very sad that I only got one kit. I'm going to have to watch the online store because oftentimes they will release just refills of a kit. So if you like it and you purchase the original kit and have the stamps, you can purchase more supplies to make more cards. If all else fails, you already have the stamps, and there is a coordinating stamp set that you can use to try and duplicate the cards as much as possible. So that is, like I said, the May Hugs from Shelley Paper Pumpkin. If you haven't had a chance to check out my blog today, I would recommend you go over there after the video, because I did release some information about the upcoming June kit. And it's all about sharing and giving back. Today is Stampin' Up's Day of Service. So there is a philanthropic mission or vision to Stampin' Up, which is one of the many reasons I love the company that I work for. And they are very big on giving back. So the June kit is all about giving back, and you can get that kit by subscribing before June 10th. There is a video on my blog, though, that explains the kit in a little more detail and gives you a sneak peek as to what the kit will contain. If you do have any questions at all about Paper Pumpkin, about Stampin' Up, about any of our products, about what I do as a demonstrator, or how you can get involved, or even how you can earn a discount on your own orders, I am always happy to answer your questions. So please feel free to send me a message, send me an email, call, text. My contact information is all available here on my Facebook page and on my blog. And yeah, let's have a conversation if you're unsure of anything. I love nothing more than to share my passion with others, and I'm happy to do that in whatever capacity meets your need. So let me know if you do have any questions, and we can certainly arrange a time to work through those. I think I'm going to sign off now. I think that's all I wanted to cover for tonight. I am hoping to have a video go up on my YouTube account relatively soon. I haven't done a video in quite some time, and my first one was pretty rough. So I think I'm going to give it another try, and I will likely be using one of the new stamp sets from the new catalog as my demonstration, so you're going to want to check that out. I hope you all have a fantastic night, and if I don't see you or talk to you, I hope you all have a wonderful Victoria Day long weekend. I myself am working my full-time job on Saturday, but I will have Sunday and Monday to enjoy with my family. And I sincerely hope that you all have time with your families, enjoying the things that you love most, and hopefully getting some crafting in. So that is all for me for tonight. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye.